Like, I'm not psychic. I'm not supposed to know, like, oh, Agate and Tita are going to be unavailable. I'm perfectly fine with them being like, you can't use this character. It makes perfect sense. But can you at least, like, either A, warn me, or B, let me take their quartz off? Sounds like you kids have had a workout. I'm pretty sure in Cold Steel, I think in Cold Steel, if you had quartz on the other characters, you can take them out of them. Can't you? You could, like, let's say Emma, right? Let's say I did the second field study and I wanted to remove Emma's quartz and give them to, like, a Lisa. I'm pretty sure even if you didn't have Emma in the actual party, I'm pretty sure most of the time, maybe not all the time, but most of the time you were able to take Emma's quartz, access her quartz, and give them to a Lisa? At least in school, like in the school setting. Still, to think Agate's past was that terrible. Still, it's really annoying though. Sadly, it makes sense in some ways. Hearing this finally assembles all the pieces of the puzzle for me. It's no wonder Agate felt the way he did back then. Back, huh? It was 10 years ago. Practically the day after the war ended, Agate came to the mayor's house. What? Why? You mean to your house, Maybelle? Yes, he barged in with murder in his eyes and came face to face with my father, the mayor at the time. He demanded to know why the mayor of Beauce, the man responsible for the entire region, he demanded to know why he had abandoned Ravenel. Oh. I was just a child at the time, and it got to me when I saw him arguing with father for seemingly no reason. So I leapt out and slapped him. Something in my throat. Oh man. I could see why he doesn't like remembering that, at least. Yes, though ultimately, father never answered Agate's question. He did say he was going to send financial aid to help repairs. Agate grew even more livid when he heard that. He even raised his fist to strike father. But then, he just left without throwing a blow. So that's what happened. That's why the air between you two seemed kinda weird. Yeah, it's always been hovered over us like a cloud. Still, to think Agate's sister died in the war. I've been terribly unfair to him. He bears a bit of responsibility too, for not saying anything. You don't need to worry about it, Mayor Maybelle. I suppose. How badly is Agate hurt? Oh, don't worry, it's not too bad. He'll be up in Surly again in 2, maybe 3 days. Let's be thankful for small mercies, at least. Yes, I'm glad to hear it's not serious. Yes. That, reminds me, Maybelle. How's Lila doing? Well, her injuries have been treated, but she hasn't come out of her coma yet. Oh, how despicable of our supposedly lion-hearted fugitive. Lovely, refined ladies such as Lila are treasures that ennoble the world simply by existing. I'll tell Lila you said that when she awakens. On the subject of good news, I'm glad to hear that General Morgan came to your aid. If the guild and the army were truly to work together, I'm convinced no force in the world could stop you. Nothing's been decided yet, so we can't make any promises, but just between you, me, and the desk, we'll make it work. This is the Bracer Guild Beauce branch. Oh, General Sir, we've been waiting. And here we go. Now to just see how well Morgan can set aside his pride. Huh? So that's the plan, then. I understand. Tomorrow at the landing port, 10 AM sharp. I'll be sure to tell them. Thank you. So what's the word, Legrand? Royal Army is going to execute a plan to capture the dragon tomorrow, using airships. They say they want you on one of the airships as observers. They're going to use airships? Whoa. Taking the battle to our foe in this element, then. And with the elite of the Liberlian military. Well, if we're just observers, we won't be able to actually do anything. Even so, I'm still grateful for a chance to get a closer look at that dragon. And it might just be up to us if the army fails somehow. No rest for the weary then, huh? I'm up for it. At last, some light at the end of the tunnel. Maybelle? Mayor Maybelle, you alright? Yeah, it was nothing. That didn't look like nothing. You look dizzy enough to be a toy top, Mayor. You must be exhausted. Toy top? But I get it, but what kind of analogy is that? I know what Estelle just said, Mayor, but don't strain yourself. Don't worry, really. I'm hardly straining myself. During the 100 Days War, Father did everything he could to protect Beauce. One time, he even conducted extremely dangerous negotiations in order to deceive the Imperial Army. Compared to what he did, this is nothing. Mayor Maybelle. Oh, Maybelle. Estelle, everyone, please take care of things. Please dispel the fear that haunts the people of Beauce and Ravenel. Yeah, leave it to us. Hey, Agate. Agate, come on. Are you looking forward to your birthday? I've got a present that I'm sure that'll make you super duper happy. Something I'll like, huh? You gonna make something tasty for me? No. Why would you think of food when I mention a birthday present? I mean, like, food is delicious. Presents should be things that last, you know? Something you treasure. You really think so? Something that'll last and that I'll treasure? Maybe a hunting knife or something. Oh my word. You just got a hunting knife from the village elder, dummy. The answer is an accessory, handmade by yours truly. It's, not done yet, though. Whoa, hey, an accessory? Like, what kind of accessory? I'm not a girl, you know. Come on, Agate, you're so boring. Even boys can be stylish and cute if they have some kind of accessory. If you have one, Agate, even a stick in the mud like you will get all the ladies. Hey, come on, knock it off. Do you really not want it? You've always taken care of me, so I wanted to give something back. I've been working really hard to make it, but if it's really not something you'd like, just don't make it too cute or flashy, okay? Don't worry. It's simple, but cool. It'll fit you perfectly, Agate, I promise. Especially since you're so tall. Yeah, it'll be perfect, I bet. Yeah, I get it. You've got me all curious now, so just make it good, okay? I will. Hey, Agate. What is it, Misha? I just want to say thank you so much for always being my big brother. A dream, huh? Yeah, this should be good. Misha. Tita with her hair down. Agate. Oh, thank Gadios, you're awake. Short stuff. How are your injuries? Do you feel okay? Psh, yeah, this is... No, don't move, you need to sleep. Your wounds aren't healed at all. Hey, come on. Stuff like this ain't a big deal. He'll heal fine even if you ignore him. No! I promised Estelle. I promised I wouldn't let you out of bed until you were better. Hey. No! I get it already. Whew. Sheesh, getting all worked up over a bunch of scratches. Holy crap, it's nighttime already? Where the heck is everyone? They all went back to the city for a while. They made some kind of promise with General Morgan, I think. Promise with Morgan? Ah, I see. So they got Morgan moving, did they? The guild ought to be hearing from the army right about now in that case. Well, hell, I can't just stay here is what I want to say, but on the other hand, it is pretty late tonight. We'll get out to Bose tomorrow morning. But, look, I've had a good long rest. I'm seriously feeling better. These really are just scratches. They'll heal up even if I'm working hard. I'm fine, don't worry. You sure you're not forcing yourself? Hey, give the veteran bracer a little bit of credit here. I ain't so crazy as to go overboard on stuff like dragons or the society, twice. I can't keep putting you in danger either. Oh. Point is, I sure don't have the guts to anger my scary little nursemaid. Trust me a little here. Oh, Agate. I guess you do look a lot better, though. Told you, didn't I? I know my limits better than anyone. That's good. Hey, what's wrong? I said I'm okay, really. I swear to the goddess I ain't lying. No, that's not it. I'm so relieved, it's just so... Come on, short stuff, calm down. I get it. Okay, you're Reen now? Just head pats? I think a hug would have been better. Although you do have the scratches, so maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. Sorry, Tita. Guess I made you worry pretty bad, huh? After charging off alone, I get broken like a twig in the fight. I had no chance of winning. And then, on top of all that, I made you do that crazy thing to protect me. Yeah, Agate, you dummy. There we go. I was so worried and I saw you get hurt and... Yeah, you're right. I really am a complete idiot. Feel a bit calmer now? Sorry, didn't mean to cry like that. Sure know how to shock a guy, you know that? The whole thing sent shivers down my spine way worse than when I fought that silver-haired idiot. Oh yeah. Agate, are you hungry? I made some soup with some things the village elder left. Ah, that's what smelled so good. Right on. Wait, hold on. Why is the kitchen... Huh? Let me look. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's a few spots that are a little different, but it looks just like it did back then. And there's something like this, too. I'm amazed it survived. Huh? Oh, right. Probably losing you, aren't I? My place actually burned down 10 years ago. You mean... one of those incendiary shells from the Imperials hit it dead on. It caught fire instantly and burned down straight to the foundations. Burned to the ground is what you mean? I heard the village elder was his usual nutty self and had it rebuilt, but didn't think they'd try to put the furniture and decorations back together even. I never could bring myself to come here before. Guess I really gotta tell them thanks, given how much they did. So, then... that's when Misha... Ha! Secret's out, huh? She was making me a present for my birthday. It was a handmade accessory of some kind that she thought looked good on me. When we were fleeing for the mountains, she ran back to the house to get it, and that's when the house was hit. When they finally pulled her out, she was burned pretty badly, let's put it that way. Even after everything she suffered, she still had that present clutched in her hands. The metal parts were hopelessly melted, but the stones were still okay. Take a look. It's pretty. They ain't even septium, ain't even valuable, just some pretty rocks. Probably something she found down by the river. I've lost count of the number of times I've thought, all for this. It's funny though, you know? I can't blame her or get angry at her for it. I never intended for it to be a memento of her. When I left the village though, it was the only thing I could impart with. Pretty pathetic for a thug, right? No, not at all. No, it's pretty damn pathetic. As long as I can hold on to this, I could also hold on to my anger. My anger at myself, my anger at the worthless, spineless son of a bitch who couldn't even save his own sister. But I ended up putting all that pent-up rage into every swing of my sword. So long as I did that, I could at least look like I was keeping it together. A half-baked man trapped by rage and self-deception and unable to move on. It's exactly like he said. Agate. Nah, it's worse, ain't it? I'm just a piece of shit who runs away from anything painful. I'm the thing I hate most. A goddamn loser of a dog running around with my tail between my legs. I'm pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Agate, I don't really understand how you feel, Agate. I don't think I can really try to understand what makes you feel so hurt. But I think I need to say something in Misha's place. Huh? Don't you dare make fun of my big brother. You don't know the first thing about what makes my brother such a good guy. I know my brother better than anyone. I won't let anyone talk badly about my brother, even if it's you yourself. Huh? I know I might not measure up to Misha, but I still know a lot of good things about you, Agate. And so it makes me feel so sad to hear you say such bad things about yourself. It made me kind of angry despite not really understanding what you meant. And... oh man. Busting out the lectures sounding exactly like Misha. You sure are acting grown up, short stuff. Don't treat me like a kid. I was really sad and really angry. Sad and angry. I don't know the first thing about myself, huh? You really hit it on the head. Oh, thanks, Tita. You really helped me see it. Agate. There ain't no point in trying to judge yourself when all you can see is your own limited vision of yourself. All you can really do is plow on. Anger, sadness, neither have anything to do with it. You just have to go straight on until you find the answer. Huh, maybe then. Maybe then I'll finally understand why I've held on to this thing for so long. That was cute. Cute moment. Ah, lovely morning. Bose is still destroyed. So, the market's already being repaired. That's wonderful. They certainly got to it quick. It only happened yesterday. Yes, Mayor Maybell's throwing herself into it. She's already sent aid to Ravenue as well, or so I heard. Everyone's doing their best even through their fear. I've heard word from Grancel as well, and Grandmother has issued a proclamation words. She has stated that the government will respond immediately to the threat of the dragon and will send aid to the affected areas. That's our queen. Awesome. I can think of certain lords and ministers of Erebonia who could stand to learn from such an example. They're far more interested in attending fancy parties than addressing the concerns of the citizenry. Ironically, I could say a lot of the same for the Republic. Half the time, our politicians seem to spend so much time dancing around each other that they never get anything done. Well, it may help that we're such a small country. Regardless, preparations for the plan against the dragon should be almost complete. Time to go see what the Royal Army can do then. So, we should just head for the landing port, I guess, right? Yep, you're scheduled to depart at 10 a.m. at port number 1. It's about 9 now, so you should have time to pick up some supplies. Right. Won't that be a little difficult with the market, in the state it's in? The market's merchants have been put up in the hotel for now. They're still open for business, seemingly, so you should be able to pick some necessities here. Nothing like persistence. It would be wise to visit them before we head for the landing port. I think I'm good on items, though. I don't really need anything. I'm just gonna go straight to the port. I have reviving bombs. I have EP charges. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're fine. You guys are the braces I was told about. The army airship you'll be boarding will be docking soon. Dock 1 to the right. Looks like the military ship hasn't shown up yet. We should have enough time to visit the merchants if we need anything. What do you want to do, Estelle? Wait for the army ship. Let's just go ahead and wait for the ship to arrive. Maybe I should have saved before this, but I think we'll be fine. So the the airship that's gonna pick us up is gonna be one of those big reinforced army ones, right? Yes, one of our guard airships. They make up most of our military ships, so I imagine that's what we'll be on. The typical Royal Army guard airship is usually well-rounded, strong firepower, a large load capacity, and good mobility. That's what I know from 10 years ago. They've been upgraded some since their initial deployment, correct? Yes, in addition to giving them better armor and engines and such, we have specialized the ships by varying their equipment. Patrol craft, scout craft, attack craft. The principle, at least as I understand it, is to ensure the squadrons are flexible by giving each one mission-specific equipment. Just what I expect from the country that invented airship warfare. We have airship squadrons in Calvar, but they're nothing more than showboats, really. The Empire is a little different. We use airship squadrons, but the Empire's strength has always lain in its cavalry, divisions, our tanks in this age. Attention please, a Royal Army vessel will be landing at Port 1 momentarily. Hey, here we go. I don't think I've heard this engine sound before. Oh my, that's... Oh, what was the ship called? I remember it had a name or something. Isn't it Julia's ship? Ha ha ha, so we're gonna be riding the Arsaio, that was it. Julia didn't mention this at all when I spoke with her last night. Yo, Estelle. Hi everybody, long time no see. Okay, it's Dorothy and Niall of all people. What? Is that? We seem to have a habit of meeting in the strangest damn places. Estelle, everyone, it's great to see you again. What? Why are Niall and Dorothy on the Arsaio? Allow me to explain. Ah, Julia. Julia, you awful tease. Why didn't you tell me last night that you'd be coming into Arsaio? I get to have my fun with surprises sometimes, my princess. My apologies if I startled you. Oh, Julia. I take it that if you're using the Arsail, it's part of the grandmother's plan. Part of grandmother's plan, just so. What's Her Majesty got to do with this? If the famous cutting-edge Arsail gets involved, those living in fear of the dragon may have their concerns eased. I believe that's her thinking. Ah, good idea. Queen Alicia continues to impress. The reporters are, I assume, along for the very same reason. Yeah, pretty much. The whole damn country's losing it over this dragon thing. Looks like they're hoping us humble reporters can produce a little something to calm the masses. Mr. Burns, remember? I know, won't give any state secrets. I'm gonna be poking my head around to some extent, though. I ain't writing straight propaganda here. As you wish. On time for once, I see. General Morgan. General, allow me to express our thanks for allowing us aboard. Well, Her Majesty's opinion helped. Let me be clear on this up front so there's no misunderstanding. You bracers are nothing more than observers on this mission. All you'll be allowed to do is watch as we execute the plan. I'm fine with that. If the army can settle things, I sure won't complain. I look forward to seeing what you can do, General. Very well. Your Highness, please this way. We shall accompany you to the bridge. But we cannot allow the princess to board as a mere passenger on her own airship. It would affect the crew's morale, Your Highness. Very well. Well, he's as icy as always. I wish he'd accept that us dumb, civvy bracers are, you know, something approaching competent. The General's a hard-headed, old-school sort of man. I doubt he'll ever change his opinion quickly. Yeah, shit, you're telling me. Allow me to lead you aboard the ship. And on that note, allow me to finally welcome you properly as allies and friends of long standing. Welcome aboard the Arsail, flagship of the Royal Guard in Liberl.